One.
Hello,
Recording.
everybody, and you are now tuned in to a special edition of The Recap, brought to you by Zoom. My name is Busy Bert, as always.
I'm AD.
And I am Tex.
Nugget, back by popular demand as a cameo today.
And, a lot of things have been happening in the sports world, and we are here to talk about it because, we know you missed us over the past, it's not even weeks anymore. It's like months.
Way back in.
We're back, finally, and we're going to do this whole thing virtually. And
let's go.
Yeah. You guys ready? I'm ready.
Ready.
I'm ready.
All right. So up first, I believe we're going to talk about the XFL or what's left of the XFL because
nothing's left of the XFL.
I just said what's left.
I mean, I think we had that one great season. A couple people got signed and now it's over. What do you guys think about that?
Well, my main concern is what's going to happen with Jazz Ferguson, because,
Dang.
Yeah.
we're all rooting for him.
We were.
Yeah. Shout out to Jazz Ferguson. Oh, once a demon, always a demon, of course. But
even on the beach.
Even on the beach. But I don't know. I feel like maybe the CFL, if he doesn't get picked up again by another, NFL team or practice squad, the Canadian Football League is always promising.
Maybe. Still early, though. He could get picked up. A lot of XFL players got picked up. PJ Walker.
So
Panthers.
I thought the XFL was just done until, COVID is over. Is it done for good?
They released a statement that said they had fired everybody, basically, and they had no plans to come back in 2021.
They also filed for bankruptcy too.
Oh dang! So that means this was before COVID. This was like a thing. They just weren't doing one.
They struggled to make this last season happen, but they pulled it off. But I don't think they could, force it.
I thought they had just gotten a contract with ESPN. They were broadcasting games.
They couldn't afford to survive after having the rest of the season shut down. Like the NFL can afford to not play.
There's no income.
Yeah, there's no income. So
darn it.
I mean, it was fun while it lasted, I guess.
See, I don't know if y'all have seen the development that happened today. How Andrew Luck's dad, Oliver Luck, was the commissioner of the XFL.
Oh wow!
He sued Vince McMahon today.
Vince McMahon for what?
Isn't he the owner, Vince McMahon?
Yeah, he's suing him for wrongful termination.
That's
wow.
Yeah.
I just honestly feel like he's finna get paid.
Definitely finna get paid.
Vince McMahon's got the money. If he wants to shut this thing down, he can do that and still be comfortable.
Wow.
That's crazy though, because you would think that just Vince McMahon alone could keep it afloat.
Yeah.
Guess not.
They put in a lot of effort to hype it up that it was about to destroy the NFL, just for them to be like, well, never mind.
I mean, it looked very promising at first. I mean, it did start a little slow. Like the season itself, like the action itself, to me started a little slow. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it started to pick up because people started to fall in love with people like PJ and PJ, honestly, because he was really turning up. He was the face of the XFL, if you ask me.
True.
Sure. Definitely. Nobody was expecting that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was expecting. I feel like it's one of those things where you miss it once it's gone because people didn't appreciate the XFL when it was, alive. But now that it's gone, people are gonna miss it a little bit because it was crazy to me. I loved it. from like the sideline reporting. You can go interview a football player after you threw an interception, ask him what he thought about it. It was definitely.
I just got those backgrounds for my phone too.
Oh yeah. We're making one right now. If you want one.
You might want to hold on to that because that might be worth something in a few years.
For sure.
Custom jersey.
I had to say I kind of saw it coming eventually.
I don't know. I can't say that I did because it just looked so good. Like they were actually like, I remember we were trying to go to a Dallas Renegades game and they were sold out. So like, I feel like, I don't know. I think the COVID-19 definitely. But yeah, hopefully they could come back in a few years again for another year.
Did you say for another year? Oh, wow.
Because this was the big return. This was supposed to be it. Like, it was supposed to be here to stay after this, but.
That's what they all say.
We shall see how this goes. But I think that's all I have to say about the XFL.
So,
that was definitely new, though, that he was getting sued by Luck's dad. That was.
I hope he wins.
Cool. Yeah, I hope he wins it too. Maybe he wins and he's forced to like hand over the whole organization, and he just, picks it back up.
I hope he gets picked up by the NFL because he had a lot of really good ideas, like that whole Team 9 thing that the XFL did.
It was dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the NFL doesn't like new ideas, so let's be.
They're getting rid of the pass interference thing they just came up with.
Yeah, because it's still broken. It doesn't work.
It's still broken.
That's why you fix it.
Allison?
It doesn't work for you. It doesn't work for you because the Saints.
Oh my goodness. Not even just the Saints. That's like for any, you can go watch any game that had a pass interference call. It didn't help at all. We just have trash referees.
I can agree with that. But the Saints still suck, so. They're really going to suck next year because the Bucks are going to keep tearing them up. They play them twice next season. And I'm
twice every season. I'm just saying.
Don't do that to me.
That's what happens when they're in your division.
Not get stressed out. I'm on the beach.
I mean, I'm not worried. They got to show me something first. I mean, Tom Brady could go there and they could still lose 6-7 games,
I agree. They're not gonna just waltz into the NFC South and just run things.
They will.
Tom Brady went there to retire. Like, he could care less what happens. I think
Tom Brady's not just gonna go out like nothing.
Why won't he? He did last season.
I agree.
He didn't go out last season. He went somewhere else.
He couldn't go out last season because he went out like that. He went out sad.
I wouldn't say sad. It just wasn't up to par. But he is old, so.
He is old. So, obviously you guys have heard Tom Brady, to Tampa, but Gronkowski is now a Buccaneer pending a physical that we all know is going to get done. So Tom Brady is reunited with his, counterpart. I don't know what to call him.
Go to Target.
Bestie.
Honestly, I feel like they should have took a chance on OJ Mayo. I don't know if they're keeping him, but he's a shifty tight end that they already had. So,
they might try to run the 2 tight end system. They might adopt that. I wouldn't be surprised.
I just feel like they have to figure it out.
In general, I just didn't want Gronkowski anymore around the NFL.
Really?
I never liked Gronkowski. He's like ridiculously talented athletically, but I was hoping like he'd move on to that next stage of life.
Wasn't he in the WWE headliner at one point?
Yeah, he was. And
Like
he also,
WrestleMania or something?
he also was dancing at a Lakers game. With
He
the
destroyed
and
that
Lizzo?
Lego statue of Steve Harvey.
He did do that.
You got a tattoo of Steve Harvey? Is that what you just
He destroyed that Lego statue of Steve Harvey at New Year's.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You said tattoo of Steve Harvey. Come
Because
on.
I only caught it was cutting out. I only caught the end of what he said, and I was like, why would he do that?
If you ask me, I don't know if. I mean, they got the talent, but
Where
They got
does speaking of Gronk, where does he rank on you guys' all-time tight end list?
Top 3.
Top 5, definitely.
top 5. I mean, he's good, but I don't know if I could just put him in my top 3.
He's top 2 for me.
Is he number 2?
It depends on who you ask. So I'd probably I put him and Tony Gonzalez. They're about like neck and neck for it, just depending on how you look at things. Because you could say that Gronk was more successful, but he also had a better system. So you just have to balance things out. So between him and TG will be my top 2 tight ends.
If we had a show, I would give you a graphic that was like a balancing scale because that was a cool thing to say. All out, and you can have.
I mean, because you can really go back and forth. Because Tony Gonzalez is probably like the GOAT, but Gronk, he was very successful, and he didn't really play a full season very many times, and he had crazy numbers. Just things to factor in.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, like you said, because I don't know. You take Tom Brady out of there. No, he probably still would have been a dog. He would probably, but I don't know.
I don't say Tom Brady. I say the system. They were the first to really do a 2 tight end system, so it kind of really took off from there. Even after Aaron Hernandez, that thing, he wound up still being successful.
Yeah. I forgot they all played together. That's so crazy. I forgot about that.
They even had other tight ends come and go after that to keep the 2 tight end system working, but it was never like 2 stars like how it was back in the day.
Back in the day.
Before you were,
Do y'all feel like Gronk is gonna take away from Mike Evans' receptions this season?
No. Look, okay. This is me. This is my foreshadowing of what's going to happen. They're going to start off struggling, and they're not going to pick up until maybe the end of the season, and they're going to go like 8-8. I'm calling it. You heard it here first. I give them 8-8.
8-8. I don't think they've beaten the Saints this year, so
8-8, and I'm standing on it the whole season. 8-8. Any over unders? Nobody.
I'll give them 9 games.
All right, so you're going over 8-8. Okay, you give them over 8-8 then. Anybody else?
I think they're going to the South.
You're gonna over under 8-8 was the question.
That's why I
go under.
He's going under. Thank you, Tex. Tex is going under 8-8.
It's just because I don't see the Buccaneers defense doing anything. They just lost some people.
See, that's the thing I have to give them. Like, they had a decent defense last season.
They lost Joe McCoy and some other people.
Oh, okay. Well, now did you say that? That changed the whole thing. It changed the whole thing.
I'm going to go 8-8 because I think that, Tom Brady, Gronk, and Mike Evans, and they have a couple other receivers that will will out some victories. But I don't see them just – I see Tom Brady more so as a system quarterback than just a –
I think we all see Tom Brady as a system quarterback.
And so when you leave a great system and you go to like a young trash system, you're going to have some growing pains and some frustration.
Their offense isn't trash.
I said the system as in like the whole organization, they have to learn how to be successful. That's why he's there. So they have to figure out something that's going to work. Going from Jameis Winston and winning it to Tom Brady, it's a big jump.
That's facts because
you can't just piece together talent.
Yeah, Tom Brady's just not going to throw 30 interceptions in a season. I don't care who he played for. He's just not going to throw 30 interceptions.
I don't think anybody's going to throw
30 for 30, Jameis Winston.
Doing that, but
even without the interceptions, it's still like the Patriots is just a whole different atmosphere. That's like leaving Ivy League and going to community college.
Bro, I think you're reaching.
Okay, from Ivy League to D2.
Think about it. Jameis Winston threw 30 interceptions, but if he didn't throw 30 interceptions, he would have had a decent year for a quarterback.
He still had a decent year. He just had a lot of interceptions.
He just couldn't see.
But I think that
boy got LASIK, so wherever he go.
But like even in like the playoffs and like the intangibles and certain situations, you've never seen the Bucs in those situations. Like, so you don't even know.
We've seen Tom Brady in them.
Just Tom Brady and
Tom Brady
Gronk.
lost in the playoffs last year. You can't even say that.
When you're a veteran winner, you have to go to a new organization. You have to teach them like, hey, this is how you do things. Hey, this is how I like to do things. Hey, it's not just like, well, you got this great organization where nothing ever makes it to the news except for cheating scandals, and like everyone's just so well behaved and professional. It's like these young dudes who are like, whatever.
But I honestly think he already knew that because they said the first thing he asked for when he signed was all his teammates' phone numbers. That was the first thing he asked for after he signed with them. So, I mean, I think he knows he has work to do. Like, he can't just walk in there and take him to the playoffs. Like,
yep. So 8-8, standing on it. 8-8. Heard it here first.
I do feel like if they do anything, it won't be this season. Like, they'll struggle this season. Then next season, it's going to be his last year under contract, I believe. So then it's going to be, the last dance. Okay. But, yeah, more football news. Tom Brady, we already talked about that. DeAndre Hopkins is no longer a Texan.
I don't even know what's going on there.
Stupidest move you've ever seen in your life.
I think it was personal. It has to be. There's no way.
I saw a report today. It came from ESPN that he wanted to leave because he had no personal relationship with Bill O'Brien the whole time he was there.
I don't think anybody has a personal relationship with Bill O'Brien.
Did y'all read that story about what happened between them two, though?
I heard rumors. I didn't actually read it.
They said that Bill O'Brien saw DeAndre Hopkins as like an what's his name? We just talked about him. Tight end for Patriots. Aaron Hernandez. That's how he saw DeAndre Hopkins, and that's what messed up everything. And he's not even that type of person. So that just goes to show you that
he saw him as a murderer.
No, not even like he just saw him as like that type of guy to be like involved, because they said DeAndre Hopkins has like more than one baby mama. So he said like he always had his family around, like with his kids, and all of them were always there, and he didn't like that. So he like commented.
Yo, this sounds so bad.
It was very terrible. That's why
you bring your kids around here too much. This isn't a daycare, all right? This is training camp.
But I mean,
what does that have to do with Aaron Hernandez?
That's what he related it to. That's the crazy part.
You can have any name in the world, and that's the name you don't want to use.
You throw Aaron Hernandez.
Has to be a murderer. Like he has to be.
So I think that's when D Hop was just like, you know what? I don't have to stay here. Y'all need me. I don't need y'all. Y'all need me.
I mean, I cannot believe you did that.
I just think it's the same thing as like when Chip Kelly, he started being the coach for the Eagles. He ruined everything there.
Yeah.
And Bill O'Brien's on his way out the door now because of that.
I feel like if they were going to let him go, they should have let him go before they got rid of Hop.
No, I feel like that was probably the last straw because Deshaun Watson is unhappy. He's expressed that he's very unhappy. So I think they'll let Bill O'Brien go before they let Deshaun Watson go.
Because you get the right coach in there, Deshaun Watson, like he's already a superstar and he can be elevated above that.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around it because he was basically one of their only wide receivers. I mean, they have other wide receivers that can produce, but they always hurt. They always got hurt. And, I mean, he was the only consistent one.
If you flip that around, though, how do you think the Cardinals are going to do next year?
Great. If Kyler Murray actually steps up and get CeeDee Lamb in the draft like everyone thinks they will.
I don't even think it's up to any of them. I think it's up to them getting a new offensive line. Like, it's definitely not on them. If he has time to throw the ball,
I don't believe in Kyler Murray.
He did really good. I think he can do pretty well next year.
They only won like 3 or 4 games, but all those games were definitely because of Kyler Murray. And they still have Larry Fitzgerald. So
because of Cliff Kingsbury, I'll tell you that much.
I think Kyler, if he's going to need more time than just next year, because it's so much going on there. And then they have to get a line, like you said. He's undersized. It's a lot going. So not next year, maybe in a few years.
I think if the front office does what they're supposed to do this offseason and gets some bigger bodies on the offensive line, I think they might be straight. I mean, they're not playing in a tough division.
That's true. That's very true.
So, I mean, that was the craziest one to me. Stephon Diggs, that was also a big one for me. Not for the Vikings, but for the Bills, definitely, because they made it to the playoffs last year. They had a pretty solid defense. Their quarterback was top 2 in rushing yards behind only Lamar Jackson. And that's only because he didn't have nobody to throw the ball to. So I feel like Stephon Diggs might be the missing piece over there in Buffalo.
I think the quarterback definitely needs some work. But I think that they could definitely get there, especially now with Stephon Diggs.
And I will say this again. The Vikings will crash and burn now.
Oh, for sure. The Vikings kind of have, besides Thielen, they kind of have, like, nothing to hold on to.
If they can pull in a decent receiver, I think they can keep up the success.
But their quarterback is just –
don't have any
what?
Really.
Round 2.
That's just because they keep playing the Saints.
But that's the only reason he hasn't been traded before now. I feel like he would have got traded had we beat them one of those years. That was the only thing saving his career. Him beating the Saints. Something
I saw was that if the NFL does somehow end up playing next season with no crowds, they were saying that Kirk Cousins is going to thrive on that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of quarterbacks going to thrive. It's going to be a different league. That would be crazy.
I can't see sports without fans. It just
I don't like that.
Sound bored.
It's not fun.
It's not fun.
Sound weird.
And this is going to be like a good one. And for fans to like not be there for most of it or all of it, I don't like it.
I also feel like it's just not the same. It's low-key not fair because, I mean, why play at home? It don't matter. You don't have no fans there.
No home field advantage because
in the playoffs, none of that will matter. Might as well just play at a neutral field.
About that. I didn't even think about that.
What other crazy trades?
Todd Gurley.
Todd Gurley.
Yes, sir. It is our time. We are here.
You've been waiting at this hat, I bet, the whole time.
And
it's not.
It is Dirty Bird season, and we got new uniforms. And I just want to say
the longest yard.
All right, you're blocked. But the rest of you, it is our time. We're not afraid of no Tom Brady or no Gronkowski. The NFC
Dude.
South is always for the taking.
Just think about it.
Damn, you should be afraid of every other team in the league. Like, I mean,
Just
We
think
were
about
injury prone last season, just letting you know.
Bro, last season wasn't y'all's first bad season.
like,
We
It wasn't just last year.
confused.
the last 2 years.
Todd Gurley is going to be your saving grace. Like, why did you think
It's not.
that was
it's
like?
not-
Ever
not
since
just
the
Todd
Falcons
Gurley.
blew that lead to the Patriots in the Super Bowl, they ain't been the same since.
It's not just Todd Gurley, all right. It's
'Cause
it's Todd Gurley plus these
Yeah.
offseason moves we're gonna make.
I'm with
And the fact that we don't have an injured offensive line anymore or beat up secondary. So stay
Maybe
tuned for
Julio
that.
will have more than 5 touchdowns this season.
Okay, he's still leading in receiving yards. It doesn't matter how many touchdowns he gets.
I'm sorry, what?
He's
Huh?
leading. He's like what, top 3, top 4?
Oh no, you just say he was leading.
Leading, like, you know, in the top tier of receivers. He's still a top
Just
tier
be
receiver.
cool. Just be cool. Piper down. I will
guys
say
got
y'all got
this.
Todd Gurley for a steal. It was like 1 year for like what, $6 million or something like that.
Yeah, it's like 3 or 6.
And why do you think that happened? Because the Rams gave up on him, as they should.
Yeah, they shouldn't have. They're dumb. So that's their loss. He's gonna thrive in Atlanta. That's where he's from. That's where he went to school. He doesn't have as much pressure. He has a quarterback who can actually throw now. He has receivers to help him out. It's gonna be a great thing all around. So you guys just sit back and enjoy the show this season. Is all I can say.
I
He's a receiver.
I just want to say that
He's running now.
even if the Buccaneers are like this crazy good team that go undefeated, at least I can still depend on playing the Falcons twice a year.
Yeah, tell me how that's gonna work out for you guys. These Saints, you guys are on the decline. The Saints are on the decline.
They
Are we?
They
You
are.
are.
We still go hard in our division every year.
I'm not expecting.
We beat you guys,
You know.
and we split.
Y'all
we
beat
split-
us. Y'all split it with us.
we split.
That
we
was
split the.
that was like one of the only games y'all won that season. That's what makes it worse.
We were like what 7-9, something like that. We weren't that bad. We just weren't that good either. And so
I mean,
you guys, on the other hand, are steadily declining. You started off up here, and these late playoff exits. It's just embarrassing, you know.
I mean, that's what happens when you make the playoffs. You either win or you lose.
Yeah, I mean,
But
championship
you
or
just first have
bust.
to make the playoffs.
Championship or bust is how I look at it. We're all sitting there watching Super Bowl at the same time, so it don't really matter how far you go in the playoffs. But that's neither here
Take
nor
the
there.
Super Bowl and blow a 21-point lead.
All
I'd
right,
rather lose early than
you
show.
guys haven't been to the Super Bowl in a decade. Thank you. So
I say,
We won our Super Bowl game.
oh, you talking? Oh, I thought you was talking. It's been.
Look at her over there sweating.
y'all,
thinking we talking
yeah,
about the Cowboys.
you Cowboys haven't been.
Y'all
in a
can't
while.
even get in on this conversation.
It's been like a quarter century since y'all even been anywhere.
Leave us alone. We on the. We about to.
Y'all about to what? Y'all don't know what y'all about to do.
The Cowboys might be successful with Mike McCartney. You said Dak has what?
something to prove.
To who?
Have they paid him yet?
No.
Oh,
He'll be making $31 million. They just said it today.
Yay.
I said he wanted 35.
31 is what he should be making on a
I-
regular, without a
I
franchise.
feel like Dak is he's good, but he's not the answer to their prayers. I don't know what it is they need out there.
I don't even think it's the players at this point, bro. It's
They got
definitely-
Mike McCartney. So I'm actually thinking that they're going to be good with him.
As long
very
as
good,
Jerry
actually.
Jones is there, they should be playing.
Mike is going to turn things around.
No,
If
he's
Jerry let him.
going to build. Yeah, if they let him, he's going to build a system around Dak, and Dak's going to become a system quarterback, just like every other successful quarterback in the league right now.
That's cap. Every other successful quarterback is not a system quarterback.
Who? Patrick Mahomes is.
Cap.
What?
Absolutely
Patrick Mahomes
not.
is definitely a system quarterback.
A system
Absolutely not.
quarterback?
Absolutely not.
You can't put
Yeah.
any other quarterback in that system and make it work.
That's cap.
Yes, you could.
Who plays like Patrick Mahomes?
That's cap.
Who's gonna throw a 100-yard ball to Tyreek Hill, who's running a 4 flat in the 40?
I still think Patrick. Okay, if Patrick Mahomes was in any other system, though, would he be as successful?
Yeah.
He would make any other system better. That dude's a freak of
Up
nature.
until he got there,
I will
nobody
say-
cared about the
okay.
Chiefs.
Disagree.
I will say that it works out really well because, like it was at Texas Tech, he was getting like 500 yards a game because if he has someone who's going to run really long routes and is really fast, he can throw the ball accurately and deep. So
And he
it
can
just
and he's getting away from any pressure. Like,
He's the opposite of a system quarterback. Dude is insane.
I can't believe she just said that.
I think he's a good quarterback. Don't get me wrong, but I also think he's in a great system.
If you put
Best
Patrick
quarterback.
Mahomes in the Cowboys offense right now, they would not be struggling.
Yeah, I agree. Pat is that dude. Pat is that
He's
dude.
way better than Dak Prescott.
I agree, but I don't think if you put him in the Cowboys system, he would succeed. Like, I really don't.
He would show y'all what to do with Amari Cooper.
With the coach that we had, nah.
It don't
No.
matter.
You don't just
Dak-
put everything on Jason Garrett. Like, as wait a minute. Him and Dak switch places. The Chiefs are not winning the Super Bowl at all.
Facts.
They're not getting close.
That's facts.
He's just that dynamic.
I disagree.
And it's not just like a couple
You
plays.
disagree.
Yes. Because I think if Dak was in a better system,
If Dak
if
played
Dak
for
had a
the
better
Chiefs,
coach, if Dak had a coach, like the Chiefs have a coach, I think he would be a lot better. And we
Nobody.
I'll agree with
nobody,
that.
That's not a statement. Up until Pat got there, nobody cared about the Chiefs coach or the Chiefs. They
Look
weren't
what
a
he-
feared team.
Bro.
look what he did his rookie season. His
Alex
rookie-
Smith was a good quarterback.
Exactly. In the same
Okay.
system, correct? In the same system.
I didn't say Pat Mahomes wasn't a good quarterback. I said I think he's a good quarterback, but he's also in a good system.
So why didn't Alex Smith win in this good system?
I don't know.
Crickets. Crickets.
Good.
I will say I think Dak Prescott would do better under Andy Reid because he hasn't had the justice in the Cowboys system that they had before this, which was Jerry Jones running everything.
And I don't think Pat Mahomes would do good in that type of system because Jerry Jones would still be running everything.
What does that have to do with Pat?
Patrick's still gonna throw a 100-yard bomb down the field. Like, I mean, just look at Dak. He started the season last season like he had like 3-4 good games. Then that was it.
He had more than 3 or 4 good games.
He started off rough, and they were like, "That's why we didn't pay him."
No.
Dak started
He
off
started
rough.
off. He started off on fire. Like
Last
he had
season?
like
Uh,
he had like a good 3-4 game stretch where he was just going crazy.
Which
That's
season?
what-
Okay, after that, that's what I'm saying. It got real rough in the
Exactly.
first half of the season.
Which season are we talking about?
Last season,
This recent season.
this past season.
I mean, he's still like top 10 in QB efficiency. I think number 3.
He still put up good numbers.
He did put up great numbers, but
Just
Like I said, he's great. He's just not the answer to their prayers. He's not that guy who's just going to go win you a championship.
I don't think so.
Like, game on the line, you better just give it to Zeke and hope he busts for a long run because
I
that
don't
can't
think you
you
can
do.
trust him anymore. Game on the
All right,
line.
let's
Just do
not
what
get
he
too
do
hasty.
best. Just close his eyes and throw it to Amari Cooper.
Or
We-
Brian if they bring him back.
Who? Did you say Des Bryant?
I didn't.
Des Bryant is never coming back to the Cowboys.
Y'all are sleeping on Michael Gallup. I think Michael Gallup
too. Exactly.
is.
He's
I
great.
think Michael Gallup is almost better than Amari Cooper.
All right.
Okay,
Let's
wouldn't
calm
go
down.
that far.
Okay,
Let's
but
calm
Amari
down.
Cooper, a lot of people seem to forget that Amari Cooper became a non-factor for the last good chunk of the season.
Oh, he did it.
No, he
You
didn't.
know who stepped up?
Didn't they?
Michael Gallup.
Didn't he get injured and then got benched for no reason? They benched him for no reason and lost that game off a pass they threw to Michael Gallup that he couldn't catch. They
Yeah.
went to Gallup 3 times in that playoff game, I want to
The
say.
end of that season was Dak's fault. All those passes I saw that made me sick, the ones where Zeke would be wide open right here with a wide route, and he would throw it toward the ground. Like, how do you do that? How do you
Okay.
throw it to the ground when you get paid to be a quarterback?
And what about those passes that Michael Gallup dropped in that last playoff game? I think it was the last playoff game.
I mean, everybody can't be
The game where they benched Amari Cooper and they went to Gallup to win the game. Who does that? Who benches Amari Cooper and throws to Michael Gallup for the game winner? It's beyond me because they went to him twice.
You got to put Cooper away if he's going to get hurt, because then if he gets long-term injured, you don't got him for the next season.
You paid this man millions of dollars to come and to be on the sideline with a game-winning drive. He wasn't injured in that game. He was playing, and they took him out.
Okay, the Cowboys do have a long history of that.
For, like, the rest of the season.
Even injured, I'm trusting Amari Cooper over Michael Gallup. Even if I'm just going to put him in to be a decoy and take some of the defense off of my other receivers. So, in that aspect, definitely coaching.
I was about to say, what decision was that?
Because I think Mike McCartney, he's going to fix all that, hopefully.
I hope so. He got a lot of pressure on him.
As he should.
I hope we know it.
If Jerry Jones let him do what he needs to do, then I think we could be a good team. Finally. Again. Getting real tired of defending these.
Who's in y'all's division again? Who's in y'all's division?
And the Cowboys, the Eagles.
Irrelevant.
Eagles, Giants.
And
the Redskins.
Redskins. Okay, y'all got – well, I don't know. Didn't you almost lose to them too?
Enough! Enough! I'm tired. I'm tired of having this conversation. The Cowboys, they're going to do what they have to do. It may not be next year, but it's going to be the next one. They're going to build. They are building. Yeah. You know what? Let's have this conversation again after the draft and see who we pick.
All right. Speaking of the draft, my boy C.J. Henderson, I would say the number 2 cornerback in the draft right now. But who y'all looking forward to in the draft?
Tua Tagovailoa and Joe Burrow. One thing I care about.
Only thing you care about?
Pretty much. And whoever the Falcons draft, or those two guys.
I was about to say, that's who you need to be worried about, who y'all drafting.
We need to get a secondary. We need to trade for somebody in secondary. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, I know y'all been seeing the Saints too. That secondary getting there.
Our
defense is tough.
The defense has always been good. That's never been an issue. So I still think you guys are on the decline. I don't think it's going to be another season like these last two where you just 13-3 or whatever it was. I think those days are over.
It sounds so good, don't it?
It does. It sounds great. So I'm going to keep saying it.
Over.
I think they're over.
Like,
at least we're consistent.
Yeah, no matter what, they're going to be – they might not win when it counts, but they're going to be 13-3 or –
Look.
That's only been like that for the past 2 years. Let's not seem like this is a decade-long thing. So you guys had 2 great years.
First of all, it's been more than 2 years. Let's not do that.
Okay, so what was it? Last year would you guys miss the field goal or something like that? And then the year before that was
last year.
Was the past
last year.
Last year was the missed field goal, right?
That's because we went into overtime because they missed a call. And
that was the year before that.
No, I'm talking about when we played the Vikings and the tight end pushed off.
It was 2 pass interference, but
that's what it was. It was like the miracle where you guys blew it with that bad hit against the Vikings. And then the year after that was the pass interference. And then
the year after that, it was another pass interference.
But it wasn't a pass interference.
It was a pass interference.
It wasn't.
Okay.
All right. So, look, you guys had 3 – those are the 3 years because before that, we were all mediocre together.
No.
So,
you can't even say we was mediocre.
Actually, I lied because before that was the year that we were 13-3. We thrashed you guys both times and went to
and
Super
then
Bowl.
blew a 21-point lead in the Super Bowl.
Okay, look, it's not about that. It's not about.
I know what you're saying is the year before that when the team that won the division was the Panthers, but they were 7-8-1. Yeah.
Thank you. And then before that, I think the Panthers went to the Super. Like the Saints have had 3 years on top. So that was my initial point. They had 3 years on top. So all I'm saying is the NFC South.
Bro, that's a lot of time to be good. AD has a point. Like in the NFL,
3 years.
How
Oh
many
my
years did y'all have on top? Y'all had that 1 year where y'all went to the Super Bowl and blew it. And y'all been MIA since then.
Okay, fine. I'll give you that.
Not even MIA. Like y'all just like.
All right. It's not. Let's not do that because the Cowboys are no better than us, so we're not going to even compare.
We know we there. But
No,
like,
no, you're not there. You're not
that
there.
year that the Falcons went to the Super Bowl was the year the Cowboys should have gone. And it's the saddest thing in my life to think about. Because the year they won to, it was the first year Dak Prescott was there, and they lost to the Packers. I'm pretty sure it was that year.
Was that the Dez Bryant catch here?
because I think that was Tony Romo.
No.
Catch.
Well, okay, because the both years they went to the playoffs and lost to the Packers.
Yeah.
And I think that one was Dak.
Bottom line is,
last minute thing though that they lost to the Packers.
Yeah, because that year that Tony Romo, the catch year, I think the Seahawks went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they did.
but I don't know. We're gonna see. We definitely gonna see. I want to see where Jerry Jeudy goes, where CeeDee Lamb goes. I'm not really worried about the quarterbacks because that's really, I mean,
we pretty much already know. Like
yeah.
everybody's like hyping Tua, but I think we all think the Dolphins are gonna take them.
I hope not. I hope he doesn't waste his career in Miami. That'd be
He
such
ain't gonna have a
sad
choice.
scenario.
If they take him there, he gonna have to play there.
He can
I
pull a
think
Manning.
the Dolphins, they just
He
need to
could-
stick with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He could pull a Manning and not go to the Dolphins. That's what I'm hoping he does.
I think Texas is a Ryan Fitzpatrick fan.
But let's not forget, the Dolphins might be on the come up because they did just get one of the best cornerbacks in the league from the Cowboys.
Anyways, I think the Dolphins have potential. I wouldn't say
Yeah.
he
Okay.
has a career there.
If their
Okay.
players
I
actually
think-
want to play for them.
Okay.
He's about to go and not do anything. That's what he's gonna do.
See, if he goes to the Dolphins, you can't blame him for not doing anything because it's the Dolphins, and they
I mean, it's
ruin
true.
careers. They
It's like
ruin
Kyler Murray
careers.
in the Cardinals.
So he's gonna sit on the bench for a little minute because he's still injured a little bit.
He might do that too, but I just hope he doesn't go to Miami because it's just a bad.
Oh,
bad
wait a
place.
second. My brain's working. He's going to do stuff because he plays for the Dolphins, and they're in the division with the Patriots, who don't have Tom Brady, with the Bills, who only now have Stephon Diggs.
That's
And
not true. That's not true.
Bills
They're
were
not
playing
good.
pretty good. They were
The
playing
Bills are
pretty
good. Like,
They-
I got the Bills winning that
I'm
division.
sorry,
this
Cole
year.
Beasley's going to come out, and he's going to start shining.
As he always does.
And I still will pick the Patriots without Tom Brady. I'll still
What?
take 'em.
Come on, be real.
You're doing a lot, bro.
Unless they pick up like Cam Newton or somebody,
Oh,
they have no chance.
Patriots need to pick up
WBA juice and
Jameis
some
Winston. That's what they need to do.
And then like some
Cowboys
wine.
need to pick up James Winston and put him as backup.
Think about it.
Barefoot Moscato.
Think about all the quarterbacks that are like just floating around right now.
Andy
Not-
Dalton, I'm still waiting for him to sign with the Patriots. I think that's who they're going to go with.
Andy Dalton to retire.
Oh, you started doing the
Wait,
drills with his
I didn't hear
kid.
you guys' response. I'm taking the Patriots still. I think the Patriots
No.
just are gonna be contenders.
They have to get a
For
quarterback.
that division.
I'm
Who
not.
don't think?
Out Tom Brady.
All right, okay. Who has a better season, the Patriots or the Buccaneers? Go,
It depends on who the Patriots sign a quarterback.
Patriots.
That's
Without a doubt.
true.
Patriots without a doubt.
Seriously,
Oh,
he's better than the
the
Bucs.
Patriots sign
Yes.
Cam Newton. I'm telling you, Bill Belichick is gonna be in the Super Bowl again.
The Patriots will have a better season than the Bucks.
Do you think Bill Belichick will sign Cam Newton?
I think Bill.
He
I
took a
trust
chance
Bill
on AB
Belichick.
after he got in trouble. Yes, come on.
I-
Just think about the kind of
trust-
person Bill Belichick is.
I trust Bill Belichick
He
with
signed
whatever he makes.
Antonio Brown after he threw a fit in Oakland. He signed he signed Randy Moss after he got in trouble in Oakland.
Okay, you're right. Okay, now that
Cam Newton, I don't know if y'all
I
been
trust
keeping
Bill.
up with him.
In Bill, I trust.
I don't know if y'all been keeping up with Cam Newton, but
I seen him
think
lifting
wherever
weights
he
to
go-
praise and worship.
wherever he go, he gonna be a problem.
As he should be.
Mm,
On to Patriots.
I like Cam a lot, a lot. So I try not to be biased. So I'm hoping he does well. I want to see him do well because I like Cam Newton.
And go to the Bears.
The who?
Bears.
Why?
Oh, the Bears. The Bears got Nick Foles. They're fine.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm calling it. The Bucks are not going to do better than the Patriots. Even without Tom Brady, the Bucks. I mean, even with Tom Brady, the Bucks aren't going to not outshine the Patriots. And then the NFC South is the toughest division in football, if you look at it. Toughest division in football. Every team in that division is decent.
I can't.
I'm looking at all the divisions in my head.
Carolina just got Teddy Bridgewater. Christian McCaffrey is an MVP candidate. They still have Luke Kuechly. Then you go to the Falcons. I mean, we speak for ourselves.
Bro,
then you go over to the Saints.
Talk. Listen to yourself talk.
How do the Falcons speak for themselves?
We speak for ourselves.
They
we have
speak
talent.
for themselves. They just, they go out. They get this fancy new stadium for no reason.
They put a Chick-fil-A in there that can't be open on Sunday.
The stadium is open more than just for football games, AD. Thank you.
We talking about the Falcons.
Look,
listen. I disagree with that statement because you got the Saints, Buccaneers possibly, North Carolina. Come on. Even with Teddy Bridgewater. Let's be real.
Okay.
They have potential.
Every team in that division is solid. They might not be like elite.
Not every team in that division is solid, bro.
Who's the weak link?
The Falcons suck, dude.
You're tweaking. You are
suck.
tweaking. We do not suck. We had an even season. I think it was 7-9 or something like that.
That's not solid.
Okay. Well, we'll just see. And when
the Falcons are terrible. Until they show me otherwise.
Yeah, you're biased and your opinion is why.
That you keep saying solid.
I don't see how you can call a team with that much talent terrible.
If the Falcons are solid, so are the Cowboys.
Honestly,
they are solid. They just underachieve. They're not a terrible team.
The Cowboys are better than the Falcons, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're a hater.
I'm not a hater. I don't like the Cowboys.
Yeah, I don't see. They're not.
The time.
Wow, this is coming from a Cowboys fan. I just don't understand.
But I would never say that my team is solid when I know that we're not. Like.
I have more faith in my team than you because I should.
Just keep on being a Falcons fan, and you're gonna see when they lose Julio Jones how good they are.
They're not about to lose him this season, so I'm not even worried about that. I'm not going to put that into the air. That's negative.
This season might be his inaugural season there.
I don't need that type of negative energy in my life right now. So what we're going to do is talk about this upcoming season where you have Julio Jones and you still have Todd Gurley and you still have
no defense.
We don't have a defense, so you got that one. But we have enough offense to compete with everybody, so it doesn't matter. We're stacked on offense, and that's all I need. That's those seats.
I guess.
I cannot believe that you're honestly saying Todd Gurley is. That's the one.
Why are you hating on Todd Gurley like he's not a great running back?
He's not good.
How is he not good?
He just has to have one of those seasons where he just bounces back and shows everybody he can still play football.
And it ain't gonna be
he was injured. But I'm just gonna let you guys have it. LA and Atlanta are two different cities. He was the main go-to option in LA. Of course he got hurt. You can't have a running back as your primary person to get the ball every time. You're gonna get hurt. It's never gonna work. But now he has an offense.
I just hope that y'all realize that y'all should have an even system of throwing the ball and running the ball.
We're balanced offense now, again, because Devonta Freeman left, so now we're back balanced.
Y'all are balanced if, y'all actually throw the ball.
We do throw the ball.
Y'all don't score about throwing the ball. Let me just say that.
We missed 3 people off of our offensive line, 3 starters, and we get thrashed as if we had everybody healthy. What's the Cowboys' excuse? Who was injured from y'all's team? Let me hear some. Who's everybody? Who's everybody? Who's injured?
Jason Garrett was injured. Don't do that. We're not talking about the Cowboys right now. We're talking about the Falcons.
You try to compare our teams, and we had injuries. You guys were fully healthy. You said Wait, was it you or Bert?
No,
You or Bert?
You
Quarterback was injured the whole season, basically. So we still made the playoffs.
You guys have a much better thing going on there. Sean Payton is a better coach.
And Alvin Kamara was injured too. So I mean,
You know, Teddy
excuses.
Bridgewater, it wasn't an excuse. Sean Payton, he just did what he had to do. That's why he gets paid the big bucks. He made it work out.
Thank you. Coach of the year.
The point of this whole conversation was that not every team in the NFC South is solid.
Okay, name a tougher division. Since you don't agree with my statement, name a tougher
No,
division.
I don't agree with the statement
The SEC.
All right.
Bro, if you think about it, there's not really just like a tough division in the NFL.
NFC South is a tough division in the NFL.
Bro, that's not a tough division.
Okay. Name a tougher one. Name a tougher one. Just one. Any division. Just name
No,
one.
but he's saying none of
Before
them
that,
are like,
yeah, like-
NFC West,
Okay, let's look at the NFC West. We're going to pull it up right now. NFC West. Here we go.
especially this last year.
Okay, boom. I'll give you that one. That was a tough division.
wait, I can share the screen.
Let's see.
Yeah, please share the screen.
So you got the Rams, the Seahawks, the Cardinals, and the 49ers. So
Okay, that was a strong division except for the Cardinals.
except for the Cardinals and yeah. So okay, boom. That was a tough one. Okay. See, Tex is the only one here who's making sense. You guys are just hating just to hate. He's putting facts
No.
behind his hating.
No,
Dude, you said the NFC South was the toughest division in the NFL.
This upcoming season, based off their offseason moves, that's what I believe.
Dude, no, you can't say based off of this upcoming season because
You have to factor in Tom Brady.
until proven otherwise. They are
Oh,
still
all right.
trash.
Okay, fine. We'll say even with them playing trash, they still finished better than who? The Cardinals. So it's so what are they? They're neck and neck with this NFC West. I'm just saying,
Dude,
like.
So
if we're-
you say you just
if we're-
compared the Falcons to the Cardinals.
I'm saying the weakest link in the NFC South is better than the weakest link in the NFC West, therefore making it a stronger division than the NFC West. You have to go by your
think-
weakest link.
I was
You're
about
only
to say the
strongest-
AFC North is pretty strong.
Okay, let's look at the AFC North.
That was a joke. That was a joke.
Say we can look at them too. All right, yeah, that was definitely a joke.
That was definitely a joke. Look.
Wait a minute. Hold on now.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
I'm still waiting on them. We've only had one division so far.
AFC North has potential to be pretty tough. Not this upcoming season, but like in general.
Ooh,
Steelers, Browns, Bengals, Ravens.
Not the Bengals, but we all know that the Browns could be more than what they are if they had a better quarterback.
Just stop it.
They still have Baker Mayfield, so that doesn't count. It's not like they got a new quarterback.
I said
Okay, AFC South was pretty tough this past season.
Okay, we'll look at the AFC South. Here we go.
Texans, Titans, Colts, and Jaguars. The Jaguars,
Yeah,
Jaguars and
But
Colts.
the Colts still did what they had to do with a backup quarterback.
Yeah. And the Titans, who
What? The
Come on.
Titans beat the Patriots
come
in
on,
the playoffs?
Titans, please say what you guys
Huh?
fine. All right, you got that one.
Yeah, just relax.
You got 2 out of 4 because I'm not giving you Colts and Jaguars. I
Dude,
cannot
the
do it.
Colts, come on. The Colts almost made the playoffs.
So did we. What do you mean? Almost doesn't count. We're right on the outside of the playoffs. 2 out of 4. You get
I think
2
the
out of 4.
NFC North gets slept on too,
All right, NFC North. Here we go.
because it's inconsistent. But they're the
Bears,
done anything.
if the Bears get a quarterback,
Again, I got to see more out of the Lions, and okay, I'll give them.
okay. The Matthew Stafford effect. Like the Lions
They're
are
solid.
always going to be competing for the division, but they're never going to get it.
Okay, so that's a solid one. So we got so far NFC North, West, and South are the top 3 we've come up with because everything else with your name was reaching.
I don't even want to give you the South because
You're hating because you know those teams at any given point can pull out a win over each other. Like we even split the
Bro.
series with you guys, and y'all were much better of a team than we were, and we still split. We still split the series.
Dude,
We split the series.
13-3, 7-9, 7-9, 5-11.
We were 5-11.
No, y'all weren't 5-11. The Panthers went 5-11.
Exactly.
You don't even know what
5-11.
record y'all were.
But I've been saying 7-9 the whole day. 7-9, and we're still considered the weakest team.
No, but
and
the
the
fact
Patriots.
that you considered for a second that y'all were 5-11 means that y'all are not solid.
We were 7-9, and you
Yeah,
guys
they
still
were
call us the
7-9.
weakest team. Behind the Panthers, who are 5-11.
4 of their wins came in the last 4 weeks.
Because they turned it up when they needed to. Look,
No, that's because everybody started taking their starters out.
I smell hate is what I smell.
Dude, just be real.
How are we the weakest team and we went better than the Patriots?
NFC North
Panthers?
is a stronger team than the South if we're going off of last season.
The NFC North? Okay. We just said that. NFC North is solid. I give them the North their props. Based on this upcoming season, it's the NFC South. Hands down.
Dude. I hope the
Panthers
go undefeated.
The Panthers were 5-11. They just got Teddy Bridgewater now. So I'm just saying, like, our weakest team has gotten better. The Bucks have gotten better. So
The biggest team hasn't improved much because they just picked up Todd Gurley, and that's nothing.
what did your team do? I'm just
Wait,
trying.
Coach.
Ooh, new coach.
Okay, no, don't even act like that. Get the new coach.
We went 7-9 with an injured team. You guys were fully healthy and still underachieved, and you have no You have no defense.
Next season, we'll continue to have this conversation.
All right, we'll see what happens when we're fully healthy.
We surely
we
will.
went 500 though.
What happened?
Okay, we were one game off 500.
No,
so what?
Or 2 games off of 500.
Okay. No, it was only one because if we would have won that last one, we would have been 8-8 instead of 7-9.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
One game off 500. So, like I said, our teams are right there. Like, it's not a huge gap. But I'm going to leave it alone. That's enough of that. You guys will just see it when it happens. NFC South, toughest team, toughest division.
The Cowboys might win the division next year.
They have no. We should have won it this year.
They say that every year for the past 10 years. I don't
For
understand
the simple fact that 2 out of the 4 teams in y'all's division should have been in the XFL. Let's just keep it above.
Oh, you're reaching.
The Giants and the Redskins? Come on.
Wait, my division or hers?
No, I'm talking about the Cowboys division. NFC East. The Redskins and the Giants won 7 games.
Saquon did what he had to do.
No, he didn't.
He got hurt. He was hurt.
But
I don't think Saquon's that good.
Huh?
I think he's good. He just plays for the Giants.
For the Giants. The Giants.
If he was with anybody else, he'd probably be a lot better.
Send that boy to New Orleans.
The Giants really need to build their line. Like, their offensive line is terrible. And they had one good lineman. His name was Justin Pugh, and they let him go.
They did let him go.
And then the Redskins, bro.
Build the line, though. The quarterback that they have.
You know what? This might be the weakest division in football, actually. The NFC East.
I would agree. Like,
Is it?
I wouldn't even argue with that.
Hey, that might be facts, for real.
From the industry.
The Eagles and the Cowboys were fighting for the division. They both had negative records, I think. Isn't that how that
The
happened?
Eagles finished 9-7.
Okay, but when they were fighting for it, when they played each other, they were both like, what, 7-7, I think?
That was one of the toughest games to watch, too, because it was
They didn't have any touchdowns. Wasn't it like all field goals?
The Eagles are playing with practice squad wide receivers and
That's
somehow
what it
still getting
was.
touchdowns.
They were missing their top 3 receivers. They beat the
And the Cowboys lost. Definitely. For sure.
the Eagles could have went further in the playoffs had they had a quarterback.
Thought they had Carson Wentz.
No, he got hurt, and they had they played the vet. What's his name?
Really?
Josh McCown.
Josh McCown. That was his first playoff game.
They had McCown. Was it McCown and 3 backups? They were missing a lot of people.
No, McCown was like the third backup.
He was okay. McCollum he did really good for being 40-year-old backup.
Facts.
Dude, I forgot all about AD. I'm on your case now. You cannot talk about my team after that performance.
No.
I forgot all about that.
Because you said your team was solid. I never
They are.
said your team was solid. Ever.
They are. They're
I never
solid.
said we were the strongest division because I know the truth.
You did not name a division stronger. The only person who named the division stronger was Tex, and he had some solid divisions. You didn't name anything. So you cannot bash my statement if you're not providing an alternative. That's not how that works.
No. I bashed the statement that you said every team in the NFC South was solid.
Is, not was. Is today, not was back then. Is today. Today.
How we know today we ain't seen them play?
That's your projection.
Because everybody projects that Tom Brady is going to make the Buccaneers better. Everybody we're already saying like Tom Brady makes that team better. Teddy Bridgewater makes the Panthers better.
Makes them better, but they were already, subpar.
So if they're subpar, then they get a better piece. They become solid.
Average.
Even.
Average.
Even in solid are the same thing. You're using different words to describe the same
even
thing.
in solid are not the same thing.
What's the
Solid
difference?
is you put
solid is like no matter what, you can count on this team to get it done. They're
That's
solid.
good. That's good. You can count on them to get it done. That's good. I think solid is like
I think you think solid is like 500, 8-8.
That's what solid is.
That's not solid.
That's not bad. It's not good.
Definitely.
Okay, give an example of a solid team so we can know where we're going
A
based.
solid team to me was the Saints or the Seahawks last season. Like
They were good. That's really
What?
good. That's
Solid though. They were solid on
13-3 and 11-5. Y'all would
11-5
is paid
is
for a season like that again.
Okay, 11-5 is above average. That's above solid. That's good. That's up here.
Let's look up the definition of solid. Why don't we?
They're just trying to bring you something scientific.
Definitions of it, and that's the issue here. Solid definition.
I would say the Vikings were solid.
Firm and stable in shape. So solid is like stable. Stable is like consistent.
Fine. I think it's consistent-ish.
No, a solid team is like the 49ers, the Seahawks, the Saints.
Those are good teams. They're playing well. They're at the top of their division. They can't.
Okay. You can be solid good and you can be solid bad. Y'all are solid bad. Y'all are consistent.
Y'all are consistently bad.
No, we're not consistently bad.
Bad. So we're solid too. Hey, we're solid.
What did y'all start
average.
y'all season off? Wasn't it like what?
It was like 0-4. It was a bad start.
Okay, fine. Y'all are consistently average. There you go.
Fine. Every team in the NFC South, I feel like, is average based off their offseason moves.
You can call the Saints average.
At least. They're at least average. At least. The worst two teams in the NFC South are better than a lot of other teams in different divisions, weaker teams. I think the Falcons.
Statement.
The Falcons.
Maybe we wouldn't be having this conversation.
That's what it was. The same thing, just worded differently. Oh my goodness. Fine. The worst two teams in the division have all gotten great offseason pieces. So now it's like, okay, who's going to be the head of the division? It's up for grabs. Is the point I'm getting at.
Dude, you say I just can't stand behind the Carolina thing, bro.
Why
Teddy
not?
Bridgewater is good, but you got to think that the Panthers were doing the same stuff when Cam Newton was healthy. And do you honestly think that he's better than Cam Newton?
No, but I think that he can do things that Cam Newton can't do. I think that he'll trust his arm a little bit more. And they'll
throw down the field very far. And that's what
we haven't seen that. We haven't seen him just bomb the ball.
And that's what the Panthers need.
Well, I think you can win without bombing it all the time.
No, you can't because
even the Rams made it to the Super Bowl.
The past 2 years running this screen run thing, that's the only thing they have going for them.
Okay, you can win with that. The Rams made it to the Super Bowl doing that.
But they didn't win with it. That's the thing.
They made it to the big game by only having a quarterback who couldn't even get it down the field. And I feel like Bridgewater is much better than Goff. Even like if you were to do like he can't maybe go 100 yards like Pat Mahomes, but he can get it at least a good 30, 40. He can.
I want you to go look at every deep ball he threw during his 5-0 thing versus. I mean, as a Saint, when you'll see all his deep balls were short. Most of his deep balls were short.
30 yards might be his window, but you can still win with that.
Dude, 30 yards, go home already. Just go home. You're throwing the ball 30 yards, you're not gonna get nowhere. You have to open up the field, dude.
So why did they get rid of Cam Newton for this guy if they didn't think that they could win with him?
Cam Newton was hurt. They don't believe in Cam Newton.
Why not? How far was Cam just throwing with accuracy? He could throw it down there, but how accurate was he? I mean, there's a reason they don't believe in him. It's not like he's just playing excellent and they're just like, you know what, we don't want you no more, like the Texans did with Hop. It was like he's not doing what we need him to do. Let's explore our options.
I don't think comparing Cam Newton's arm to Teddy Bridgewater's arm is something that you want to do right now.
I'm not comparing the arm. I'm just saying that they got a quarterback who they feel like they can win with. And even when they hadn't won a game with Cam Newton, and then the moment he got hurt, the backup comes in, and all of a sudden they go like what 3-0.
That's because they have to change the whole system.
Exactly. So why can't they do the same thing with Teddy Bridgewater?
If they would have changed the system with Cam Newton to something different than what it already was, they would have did the same thing because it was a better quarterback in the position.
They tried to, and everyone's like, Cam, they're trying to make him into a pocket passer, and it just didn't work. So they went back to the screen and the read option.
Well, we're just gonna have to see.
We'll see. And I'm
a long episode of the recap.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think we should wrap it up and then maybe come back with another episode with basketball.
Oh dang.
We didn't show any love to basketball.
Well, there's no season, so not much to.
I mean, there's still a lot to talk about.
So.
And we talked about that for an hour, huh?
Talked about what for an hour?
Football.
Oh, so we're on the basketball now?
No. We're about to have to end this episode because I believe his phone is about to die.
Oh,
so I'm just saying, like, maybe like later on this week we could do it again with basketball and talking about because
and we can discuss The Last Dance.
Yes, The Last Dance.
I gotta watch it. I can't. I don't have cable, so it's been very hard.
It's on ESPN. If you have a
cable provider.
Yeah.
Exactly. Huh?
You have ESPN Plus?
I do. It's not on there.
Yes, it is. I watched it on ESPN Plus.
How? Send me your login info. I'm trying to see something.
All right, so go watch that. And our next episode, we could talk about.
Wait, how do you find it? I'm on ESPN Plus, and it's not.
Go to ESPN, type in The Last Dance.
Yeah, and then it says sign in with your cable provider.
All right, we can talk about that.
You don't have ESPN Plus.
She's gonna tell me what I pay for. That is crazy. You know, you are something else. You know that. She can't.
Send you my login information.
Everybody go watch The Last Dance, and we could also talk about the Hall of Fame induction of Tim Duncan, Kobe, and Kevin Garnett.
All righty.
All right, this was a blast. AD, can't wait until you post this to the website later.
What? Can't wait. I was doing it. All right, I'm stopping the recording. How do I do that?
I think you press stop recording.